We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Harrell. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And yes, we brought in a guest this morning because I didn't think Tim was going to be here. And I needed someone good to talk college football with. So I brought in Bryant here, that man Bryant on Twitter. What's going on, Bryant?
What's going on, fellas? I appreciate you guys for having me, and I'm excited to talk a little college football. It's early for me right now, but I'm up.
Yeah, it's you're in what, Central Time Zone? So it's 9:30.
It's 9:30.
Yeah. I tried inviting somebody, but there was like, no, it's 7:30 my time. Fuck that. So so it is what it is. So
to be fair, I didn't think I was going to make it today because my power went completely out at game time. Well, it went half out at game time decision for half of my apartment, which included my office. And then the other half went out around 8 o'clock last night when I was trying to watch the Mets game. And then
that's fine. You didn't need to watch that anyway.
It's whatever. And then finally this morning, half my power came back up. My office, obviously, I'm not in my office right now. My office still has no power. So we'll see how that goes. I don't understand my apartment complex, but I'm here. We're good.
Yeah. So we're going to be going over some college football games today. We have 7 games picked out. And then if you guys have any questions about any other games, let us know in the chat. We're more than willing to go over some games. So we're going to, Tim, you have your scroller all set? Or
I do now.
All right, cool. We're going to have that going. Brian's going to send me his place in a minute. We're going to add his place to the scroller as well.
Private chat.
No. Oh, wow. Okay. That's not what I thought he was going to send it to. Got it. All right, cool. I thought he was going to send it to the Twitter.
My B.
No, he sent him in individual messages in the private chat. Just
yeah, that's true. So yeah, Tim, go talk to the chat here for a second. I'm going to put these in, and then
okay.
We can see
here's our mortal enemy right now, Justin, the Braves fan. So good morning, Justin. Only play I'm playing in, it's shocking. He's on the Braves today. He really needs the sweep. Yada yada yada. Yep, we get it. Good win last night. We're even now, so we'll see how it goes the next 2 nights. Elks, Nick, did you bet CFL today?
No, I didn't.
Good. Thank you. Duke, no, I don't like Duke today. I know you're a Duke person, Brian. I will say I do not like Duke today. That line's actually moved to like -1 area. So
I'm
Liberty.
I need it. I have a Duke over 3.5 wins future. Just going to get it over with.
hey, if anybody had a Kansas win total over, you already hit that one.
Yeah.
There you go. Liberty. Who does Liberty? I actually do not have my covers brought up, so I don't know who's Liberty facing again.
There was a funny story behind that game too with Liberty.
They're playing Old D.
That's right, because it's in Old Dominion, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think they purposely trolled them for this specific game because I think I saw a story that Liberty is a very conservative college and all that, and so is their head coach. And Old Dominion made tonight Pride Night, so I thought that was freaking hilarious that they absolutely trolled them like that. So
that's awesome. There you go.
So yeah, that was what I remember from that game.
There you go. You got Seattle run line. I'm going to say absolutely not because they just clinched their first playoff berth in 21 years. You better believe I would rather go the opposite way. But for baseball today, I got nothing. I legit have nothing. Ohio State over. Not saying, do you think Rutgers is going to be able to score points? Or do you think Ohio State goes over by themselves? What's that, 55-3 game? Then you get your over. But I don't know about that one. I'd rather just go after Ohio State by themselves. And then Minnesota -9.5 is against Purdue. Not going to talk you off of it.
I am of the mind that I think Minnesota is fraudulent. They haven't played anyone. Michigan State is legitimately bad. We saw what happened to Washington last night.
Which we're going to talk about that Michigan State game. Part of our repertoire today. Should be fun.
Yeah, Michigan State is beating Akron and Western Michigan. And then they lost to Washington and Minnesota. So, yeah, definitely not a good school. So, yeah, I'm not going to talk you off of Minnesota today. Baylor, no. I like Oklahoma State, but we'll talk about that one in a little bit. You like Buffalo. You like Buffalo versus Miami of Ohio. I just like the over.
Maction
Overs. Blue Jays money line. I'm not touching baseball today. And then FAU versus North Texas. You have fun with that one. I have nothing involved in that game. Good luck. Purdue team total over versus Minnesota. I'm gonna say no. I kind of just leave Minnesota. Purdue's not good this year. Purdue's just not
O'Connell playing is the biggest question mark in that game.
Purdue quarterback playing. I honestly have no clue. The line dropped from 12 to 9. That might.
That's saying he is. I think he is.
And even Justin's saying that he's playing. So
I bet the over in that game. I like that even more now.
Yeah. What's with you, B? Glad you with the bros. There you go. Hey guys, let's go. The scroller.
Yes.
The scroller's up and running, dude.
Yeah.
We're good.
We good. We good.
Over or under in the Alabama game?
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm gonna say over because I'm gonna say Alabama drops 50 on them.
I was tending to the under personally, but I think it's gonna be
I only bet the side though. I only bet the side.
Which we'll talk about that game in a little bit.
Yes.
Let's get the cash today. Let's do it. We get a suppness, so we're good to go. The stream is good to go. We're rolling. Illinois, Wisconsin under the 43.5.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? That's fine. And they're taking the 6.5 points with Illinois. Yes, I would agree with that one too. Wisconsin last night, yeah, that was rough. That was our only loss last night. 3-1 in college football. Tulane +4, Tulane money line in the over in the MTSU game. So there you go. What up, Earls? What up, Bryant? Smash the like. Dang right, Richie. Texas Tech over.
Yes.
Versus Kansas State. Sure. I like Texas Tech in general that game. I don't think Kansas State should be ranked.
No.
But we'll go to this one.
Yeah, this one's gotten a lot of attention throughout the week. Obviously, it's a top 25 matchup here in the SEC. The Ole Miss Rebels, 6.5 point home favorites against the Kentucky Wildcats in this game. Let's take a look at where the money is coming in. I haven't looked at any of the tickets at all this week, to be completely honest. But let's just see where these money's amounts coming in on these games. Let's get this Kentucky. We have 72% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on Kentucky. Yet this line's gone from 5.5 up to 6.5 and 7 in some spots. We have 53% of the tickets are on the under, 94% of the cash is on the under here. In this one, my power ranking for this game was 6.5, so I had this game spot on. I don't see any line value in this game, but one thing I do like in this game is I like the under 55. Let me get these numbers up. I'm prepared. I promise. Both these teams are 1-3 to the under so far this season. The only time Kentucky has gone over this year was against NIU, and they went over by 1 point. All the other times they've gone under this 55 number. And then Ole Miss on the other side has gone under in 3 or 4 games as well. And I can see this being a low-scoring SEC-style defensive game between these two teams where they pound the rock. I lean a little bit Ole Miss laying the points here just because I just don't like the way the line's moving, looking at it a little bit. Because even though all the money and all the tickets are coming in on Kentucky, the line's moving towards Ole Miss. So that kind of has a little bit of a be wary here. Maybe feels like a little bit of a public underdog. But I'm gonna go with the under 55 in this game. Bryant, where are you looking at for this one?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be honest. Y'all know I'm kind of bullish on dogs in a lot of ways. Just it depends. The spot has to be right for me, right? But this is absolutely dog spot for me. We're getting Kentucky at what +200. Yeah, I'm getting Kentucky at +200. They went to Gainesville, which is already a hard place to play in. Won there. I mean, literally, they beat the crap out of the Florida Gators in terms of like just physicality. Their front seven is really, really good. And then now they go on the road. So the whole road environment, scary, yada, yada, yada. That's the Ole Miss's place isn't even as scary as playing in Gainesville. So now they go to Ole Miss. and they take on an Ole Miss team that loves to run the ball. They've ran the ball on 69% of their plays.
Nice.
It's nice. Very nice.
All the maturity in us where we say nice at the same time.
But they've run the ball on 69% of their plays. And that leads me to believe one or two things. Either Jackson Dart is not as good as everyone thought he was, and two, they're successful at it. You don't run the ball that much if you're not good at it, right? Like you would have to eventually put the ball up in the air, but you run the ball 70% of the time. That means you're good at it and it's working. They haven't played anyone.
No,
but
neither of these teams have.
Yeah.
Well,
besides Florida.
Yeah, Florida's good. Is enough of a talent wise is enough of a test. And so because of that, you got Kentucky who's getting Chris Rodriguez back to he's their running back. They're number one running back for that matter. The under is a play for me. I trust Kentucky's defense more. Defense in running games travel on the road. That's the old football adage. They travel on the road, and they've already won on the road. There's nothing Ole Miss can do really to make me feel comfortable taking them. So I'm going to take the plus 200 with a team that's already proved they can win on the road. They can win in a tough game in a tough environment, and they have all the tools necessary to do so. And then also Kentucky is like top 50 in EPA per pass allowed. And again, like I said, Jackson Dart has struggled this year. He's been bad, man. So you can't throw the ball, and you're going up against a team that's already good at stopping the pass as is. It's a no-brainer for me. I'm going Kentucky plus 200. I'll take the plus 7 it's 6 now, but I'll take the plus 6 for a little insurance. But and I have my first quarter play plus 3. I think it's going to be a slow start, and that helps the under as well. So I've got a lot invested in this game, but I feel comfortable about it.
Yeah. Tim, what's your thoughts on this one?
This is going to be the first real test for Ole Miss. 100%. Considering that they played Troy, Central Arkansas, Georgia Tech, and then had a struggle win versus Tulsa.
They got blanked in the second half.
I know they got blanked because we had the over in that game, and that did not work out. So that was rough. But no, this Ole Miss team has not played anybody. Kentucky's at least had a test of sorts in Florida, which was their only road game so far, and they took care of business. Now, last week was a little bit concerning. Only won by 8 versus Northern Iowa as a 27.5-point favorite. But at the same time, I'm going to count that to a look-ahead spot because they were looking right towards this game where they're going to go into Ole Miss. Kentucky, if you guys want to prove that you are legit, you go in there and you beat Ole Miss straight up. I'm not super high on Ole Miss. I think Kentucky is legit, and we're definitely going to see. We're going to see what they're going to look like sooner or later, and this is going to be their first real test. I like Kentucky. I don't care if it's the public dog this week. I'm on Kentucky.
I would if you like Kentucky and you think anyone can challenge Georgia for the SEC East, it's Kentucky if they win this game. Because if they don't win this game, it's a moot point. But if they win and they carry it on, that might be something to look into.
I don't think anybody beats Georgia, but
100%. But I think they can test them though. They have the defense too.
Yeah. The only way that Georgia loses is if Georgia
beats itself.
If they beat themselves.
Yes.
Tech over. Did we go over that one already? Texas. Yes,
Kansas City.
Yes, Texas Tech over. I teased the over on Wednesday. There you go. Mississippi State minus 3.5. You probably got a very early line then.
Yeah.
No.
Also, I have a different team that can challenge Georgia for the SEC East. Tennessee. And I like the boys in Knoxville.
Kentucky,
and of course, Vandy as well.
Hey, Lex is on the same play as you, right? There you go.
Yes, sir.
Took Ole Miss minus 6.5. Good luck. I have not seen a single person on Wisconsin. Well, probably for good reason. Taking Road Dog. That's at least. Yep. Texas Tech plus the points. Yeah, I like Texas Tech plus the points.
I'm saying this as an Oklahoma fan. They whooped our ass last week, but Adrian Martinez played the best game of his life.
Yeah, we never saw that version of him in Nebraska.
Never. You never did. And so
also to his credit, he had Scott Frost in Nebraska.
Touche, but he also looked like garbage against Tulane the week before. That's not to say Tulane is bad. Obviously, they're 4-0.
Tulane's a good program.
Tulane's 4-1. Tulane's 4-1. They lost to Southern Mississippi last week.
Oh, that was.
But speaking about your Oklahoma.
Yeah, so we have the Oklahoma Sooners here. They're at the TCU Horned Frogs. Sooners are 5-point favorites, which that 5 number always freaks me out when it comes to a favorite. With a total of 69.5 in this game. Let's get up the ticket numbers in this game. 57% of the tickets are on Oklahoma. 55% of the cash is with the Horned Frogs. 76% of the tickets and 77% of the cash is on the over. The line's moved up 2 points. Let's take a look at what these two teams have done so far this season. Oklahoma obviously coming in off of their first loss of the season against Kansas State. Previous to that, they kicked the crap out of Nebraska. They beat Kent State 33-3, and they beat UTEP 45-13. On the other side, TCU coming in off of a win in the battle for the skillet, the iron skillet, with SMU. That was a frustrating game because I had the under, and SMU scored a BS touchdown to only be down 1 score at the end, and killed my under. So that was fun last game. Previous to that, they destroyed. Tarleton State. Ooh, that strength of competition there in Colorado. Wow, TCU has just played the cream of the crop so far. Looking at what my power ranking for this game was 5.5 with Oklahoma. I did not bet this game. I would lean over in this game if I had to get to a side in this one or a total. This one is a Bryant special. He wanted Oklahoma part of this slate today, so we'll go to Bryant here. Your Sooners against the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, I wouldn't advise anyone to take this on the money line if you're taking Oklahoma. It's minus 210. I don't really think that that's value unless you're mixing it in with like a money line parlay or something of that nature.
We don't give minus 200s out here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just there's no value. But I will say that Oklahoma kind of self-inflicted itself last week. There were some things that Kansas State did that I thought were really good, and but they missed tackles. They had a chance. They would have had a chance to win that game, or at least tie the game in the fourth quarter if they could get off the field on 3rd and 16. Instead, you let a guy run 30-something yards. And they weren't prepared, man. And if anyone's ever watched Clemson over the last 8 or 9 years, Brent Venables is one of the best defensive coordinators in college football. And so I don't see TCU just absolutely dogging out Oklahoma like Kansas State did last week. He took ownership for it, and I think that overall this season they did a really good job containing the big play, and that's how you're going to stop Quentin Johnson, big receiver for TCU. And ultimately, I think Oklahoma comes out fast, which is why I have Oklahoma minus 0.5 first quarter at minus 121. I'm also on them for the full game, minus 5. I think it's just a good spot. It's a bounce back spot. The last time, there's a lot of guys on this team that played at TCU the last time we were there. Marvin Mims had a big day. He might be a guy to look at for receiving props. He's from the Dallas area. Dallas-Fort Worth area. So this is a homecoming game really for him, as will next week be against the Longhorns when they play in the Cotton Bowl.
Red River.
Yeah, Red River game. But yeah, it's in the Cotton Bowl. I'll be there for that. It's going to be insane.
Hell yeah.
But nonetheless, I think they come out and get active. The one thing that I worry about is TCU's passing offense. It's really good. Max Dugan hasn't thrown a pick this entire season. Maybe if you can get a prop and try to get some plus money there, that he throws a pick finally, I think that might be something worth a look as well. But ultimately, you have a highly motivated team that knows that if they lose another game, it's basically it for their postseason aspirations. I think Oklahoma comes out and takes care of business, and yeah. So I would take the minus 5. You've got people putting $700 on TCU money line. I'm not going to mention any names. I think we all know who I'm referring to.
Oh yeah.
That's a bit risky for me for a team that's played like Cal, but really no one besides SMU last week. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with it. If you got any questions, just feel free to hit me up and I'll lay it on you.
All right, Tim, any thoughts on this game?
Yeah, we're gonna go TCU plus the 5.5. TCU money line. TCU on alternates. I'm not touching this game. If anything, this is a good bounce back spot for Oklahoma. I would not want to be TCU right now. Oklahoma, after their ugly loss last week, they're gonna come into this one pissed, and I would not want to be TCU right now. I think Oklahoma wins this one. I think they win it by a lot, but it's not a game that I necessarily wanted to go after. I had a bunch of other games on my card today. I'd rather
wait till next week. Yeah, wait till next week for the Oklahoma Texas. Quinn Ewers will probably be back. So
I'm betting the over, and as soon as that line comes out, I'm putting it out because it's only going to go from there. So, but yeah, we'll see how that one goes. Tulane is awesome. I will say, East Carolina goes to Tulane next week.
Good luck.
Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. I'm excited to see that game. Nola, go ahead. Good luck. Taking the under in the Oklahoma game. Good luck. Tulane has a top 10 defense. You can't play them off like they suck. No, I'm not playing them off like they suck.
No, that's an easy underplay.
Yeah, 100%. Oklahoma minus 5.5. Sure.
Shout out Justin.
TCU plus a half first quarter. He's against you. Kansas, yes. Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Untouchable. You're on the over 69. Nice. And a half. All right. TCU. Lex likes TCU today. Energy healer, the haters here. All right. And then Cal and Washington State under. What's the total in that one? 53.5. Sure, why not? I did not bet that game though. So we'll go to this one, Nick. Which I know you like.
Which before we get into this game, I saw something on Twitter with the Mariners last night, and I wanted to mention this because this is going to kind of be a jab at Tim, but this is going to be fun. Seattle Mariners finally broke their longest drought. So now the longest drought in North American sports, well, it's the Sacramento Kings, 15 years. But the next two after that are the New York Jets and the Buffalo Sabres. All right, we have the Michigan Wolverines. They're at the Iowa Hawkeyes in this one here. I had to, and those are going to continue into this year as well. But we have, I got that. Michigan Wolverines, they're at the Iowa Hawkeyes in this one here. Wolverines are 10-point home road favorites, total of 42 in this game. I'm gonna let Tim go first for this one, and I'm gonna go last because I have a really interesting opinion on this game. So, Tim, what are you thinking for this one?
I don't like anything in this game. I'll be completely honest. This is going to go one of two ways. It's either going to go Michigan dropping 45 points on them, and it goes way over, or it's going to be a ugly 13 to 12 game, and it's just going to be not one that's fun to watch, and Iowa covers, maybe even win straight up. I want nothing to do with this game. I don't even want to watch this game.
Yes, correct.
This one, there is plenty of games. Let's see what other games are at 12 o'clock that I'd rather watch. Is there FBS schools that are playing? I think that might be more entertaining.
Army, I have got my attention.
I have zero interest in this game. Should be an ugly one. Duquesne plays. Yes, okay. Duquesne plays against Stonehill. Yeah, that should be a fun one to watch. I would rather watch that one.
All right, now Tim's being sarcastic. Brian, what's your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, I'm honestly like Tim though. I have no desire to watch this game. I don't have any desire to bet on it. And if it involves Iowa, I'm out because I just don't. I mean, you can. I guess if you're gonna bet them, you're gonna probably lean towards under or them covering or something of that nature. I don't know what to expect. Like, Michigan could come in there and absolutely blow their doors off. Simultaneously, with it being at Iowa, Iowa could have this into a 13-9 rock fight with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. There's just too much variance, and I don't like that. Especially when I'm talking about a team that has basically no offense. I'm not with it. So I'm staying completely away from this. I don't want to even watch it. If I see it on my screen, I am turning the TV as fast as I possibly can. So
this is a game I'm actually interested in watching because I am super excited to watch the biggest upset of the weekend here when Iowa beats them outright. I'm on Iowa. I got them at 10.5. I got plus 320 on the money line. Here's the pretty simple truth for this game is Michigan are cowards. And why I say that is this is their first road game of the year. So this is their first true road test of the year. They've played Maryland. That's their toughest opponent so far. And I'm not super high on Maryland. And then the first 3 weeks of the season, they've played the absolute powerhouses of UConn, Hawaii, and Colorado State. And now you're actually playing a real team in Iowa. I get it. Iowa's offense is trash. I'm well aware of that heading into this game. But their defense isn't going to give up anything. Yeah. And this is the best defense that Michigan is probably going to see definitely this season, I think, is this Iowa Hawkeyes defense. And this is a legit Iowa team. And I feel like we saw Iowa's offense start to click a little bit more the last 2 weeks. They put up 27 against Nevada, and they put up 27 against Rutgers, which might as well be 49 for this Iowa team. So I think Iowa's starting to get something going. They actually scored in all 4 quarters last week. Get that. That's crazy. But this is a game where I had this game at 5.5. I had this game at Michigan should be a 5.5 point favorite according to my power rankings here. And I'm also seeing in places that Michigan is one of the highest bet teams this week. So this is a spot where give me the Hawkeyes plus 10.5, straight up money line, clip it here, down go the Wolverines today.
I will say this: if you're gonna bet on Iowa, I might hop on the live bet in the middle of the game after you see how the first couple of series go. Like I would wait and see. You know, that first quarter is different, man, especially for road teams coming in, especially a top 5 ranked team going into on a road.
Oh, you know it's going to be sold out in Iowa.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. So see how they handle that first quarter. If the game is still close, tied, I would then hop on Iowa Hawkeyes like money line or some sort of spread or something at that point. So
yeah, I've been calling for this one all week. Iowa outright.
Yeah, you have fun with that. I can't do that.
Oh, our biggest fans are in the chat, Tim.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the sex bots.
Ah, sweet, cool. Morning. Good morning, Tiffany. How you doing today? A snap. My dad, alma mater, and my sister, alma mater. I'm going with my dad. Tulane for the win. Against East Carolina? No. Taking Iowa. Michigan has Penn State up next.
Yeah. And it's their first road test. I didn't even look at what they had next.
Let's go. Is Michigan the freebie Vegas is giving us? They always give out a couple of no-brainers.
Oh, of course. You know Vegas, what they love. They love giving out free money to the public. You already know.
Jeez. Kentucky, yes. Michigan has been playing too many cupcakes. Give me Iowa, yeah. Minnesota. Yeah, why not? Against Purdue, that's fine. Hi, awesome people. Hi, Rat. How you doing? All right, Nick. We'll go into the best team in the country. Let's do this.
Yes, and of course we have our little clip for this. So for this game, this one's an interesting one, Tim, because this game is not where it originally was supposed to be played. No. We have East Carolina. They are at, I'm putting that in air quotes, the South Florida Bulls. This game was supposed to be in South Florida. Due to the hurricane, they've moved this to Boca Raton for FAU Stadium. And this one's an interesting matchup. East Carolina coming in off of an embarrassing loss last week. They lose as 16-point favorites in overtime, double overtime to Navy. Owen Daffer with a game-winning field goal missed. South Florida coming in off of an absolutely humiliating loss, 41-3 against Louisville after they played Florida super close, 31-28 in that game. So it was an ultimate letdown spot for them last week here. And now that they're moving stadiums, both these teams are unfamiliar with the stadium as well. And I'm going to go back to what's been my play for my Pirates here this year. I'm 2-1 betting them, and I'm going to take the under. They have the 32nd best defense in the nation, only giving up 18.8 points a game. They gave up 23 in double overtime to Navy, 10 to Campbell, 21 to Old Dominion, and 21 to NC State. So this team has been keeping their opponents under that 24-point mark. So I think they can do that again today. I love the running combo that they have with Mitchell and Harris. I think they're going to be able to run the ball here. Of course, they love their screen passes with Holton Ahlers. So I see the clock continuing to move this game. So I'm on the under 56.5 in this game with ECU and South Florida. I think we're going to see a low-scoring, good defensive game for East Carolina. I lean towards the Pirates. This is their first game away from home, though, just for the season. So keep an eye out for that. But I do think that East Carolina should win this game. And but I do like the under 56.5.
Yeah, this one has a 31-10 written all over it. South Florida is pathetic. They're not a good team. We don't expect them to be a good team. I think their win total in the beginning of the year was like 2.5. They were not supposed to have a good season this year, and they're not going to. Now one of their home games gets taken away because of the hurricane. And they don't have a lot of fans to begin with. So you could possibly see more purple in the stands than you could than green. That could be very possible today. ECU is on the upswing. I mean, they had their ugly loss last week to Navy. But I feel like this is a team. ECU still has a chance to fight for the American, especially with how bad Houston has looked, how bad Cincinnati has looked. This is a American conference that is wide open. I think East Carolina has a chance. In order to do that, you got to win these games. Win, cover. 31-10, 31-7, something in that range, under and East Carolina.
Ryan, what's your thoughts here, ECU and South Florida?
Yeah, I like ECU -6. I'm thinking about betting it. Actually, right now I'm looking at it. I got -6 for the first half. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Everyone's looking like, what?
I'm about to say, what? I'll hop on 6.
But -6 for the first half. I like ECU to get out early, put it on them, and pretty much coast to a relatively easy win. I think like you said, 31-10, something in that range sounds about right. I also agree with what you said. If you want to compete for the conference title, you can't lose to South Florida. You just can't. It's just not. It's unacceptable. So yeah, you guys have pretty much talked me into it. I'm always looking for a way to back teams from our good old state of North Carolina. Even though I no longer live there, but I respect ECU's program.
You're still making your way here for a game, right?
I am. I'm actually coming for Halloween.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I got ECU -6 for the first half, and let's get it done. Go Pirates.
Absolutely. Let's do this.
All right, Nick. Back to the chat for just a second.
Back to the chat.
Another one of Nina's accounts. Saying hi to everybody. Hope everyone is well and staying safe. We're all dying. It's fine. Taking Arizona State today against USC. As long as it stays under, I don't care. Rutgers plus 10,000.
Man, I thought I was bold saying Iowa.
You know what? Energy.
40-point dogs.
Hold on. If you want to, I'll let you know what my Cash App is, and you can send me the money, and I'll take that plus 10,000 action from you. No problem. I'll give you 20,000 for Rutgers today. That's fine. You can go ahead, just bet me, DM me on Twitter or something. I'll take the action. No problem.
Yeah.
Rutgers. Blue Hens. Are we actually betting this?
We're actually looking at Delaware. Are we actually looking at Delaware?
Delaware is against Towson.
There is a full slate of actual college football, and we're looking at the FBS.
You know what? Richie. Hold on. Because he's in the chat all the time. I trust you go for it. I may even tag along with you. So that's blue hat. So Delaware, you taking the Grizzlies against Idaho State. The Grizzlies are
Montana.
Yeah.
I'll jump on those with you. And Southern Utah versus Eastern Kentucky. If you are willing to bet it, I will trust you on it. Let's ride.
What if that's all smacks?
If it all smacks, I'm coming back tomorrow and be like, okay, where's your time machine? Well, he's good at the contrarian stuff. Like his favorite bet during the baseball season was taking the Yerfies in Marlin games. So I don't hate it. That sounds fine to me. You enjoy that. ECU minus 12.5. Yeah, this is definitely a bounce back spot, and South Florida is pathetic. How long until the sex bots return? I don't know. Hopefully soon.
I'll give him 20 minutes. He'll be fine.
Ohio wins by 38.
Yeah,
Ohio or
sure.
Ohio State?
Ohio State.
Are you talking Bobcats or Buckeyes? Because Bobcats are an 11.5-point dog.
Yeah, it's definitely.
That'd be impressive if they won by that much.
That would be impressive. No, I'm kidding. Oh, okay. You're saying that you would want to take Rutgers plus the points. I got you. I think you sold me on East Carolina under. There you go. No, I understand what you meant. I was busting on you. Hey, lads, what's up? What's up, Sam? And I know you guys aren't going to understand this one. You're still on the G2 train? All the way to the finals. Let's get it. They get Vitality later on today. Yes, jump on it.
That's the pew pew bang bang game, right?
That's Counter-Strike. Hey,
it's Fortnite.
They just took out Navi, the number 2 team in the world yesterday. So yes, G2, we're gonna ride that one all the way to the bank.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
Had to.
Making money. Shut up. All right, we'll go to the last 3 games of the slate, Nick.
Yeah, this one caught my eye a little bit here. Michigan State, they're at Maryland in this one. We have Maryland, my bet, is 7.5-point home favorites, total of 57.5. Man, this Michigan State team's fallen off a little bit this year, haven't they?
No. They're playing teams. They're not playing the sisterhood of the poor. They're playing actual colleges now.
They're not playing UConn, Colorado State, and
Hawaii.
No, they're not playing Central Michigan. Oh, sorry, Western Michigan and Akron. No, they're playing actual teams now. They're going to lose.
Yeah. They're 2-2 so far the year. 2-2 against the spread. Obviously, they covered the first 2 weeks. They did not cover the last 2 weeks.
Really?
Maryland 3-1. They're 3-1 ATS. And look at the spot for me. I had this game as Maryland minus 1.5. I think these teams are about even. I'm taking the 7.5 in this game, and I'm sprinkling the money line at plus 240. And I think this is the ultimate buy low spot for Michigan. Michigan State. When we look at it, they just got blown out by Minnesota. So this could be an angry Michigan State team coming in, and Maryland's coming in off of almost knocking off Michigan last week. So this could be a potential flat spot for Maryland after playing Michigan last week. So I can see Michigan State coming out here and actually performing pretty well. So I'm going to side with the Spartans here, taking 7 and a hook in this game and hoping they keep it semi-close. So Sparty Nation for me here, Tim. What are you going out?
No. Why? They're playing actual
exactly.
teams.
Thank you for convincing me.
Now, when I look at lines, 7.5 is 100% a favorite line. You're saying that the dog only has to lose by a touchdown. That extra hook, it's just like the 6.5 pushes me right towards the dog. No, Maryland has looked a lot better with Baby Tua at quarterback. Michigan State hasn't beaten anybody. No, I don't think they cover. No, I don't think Michigan State's good this year. They'll have their national championship when they play Michigan, and that's the only game that they care about at this point, probably. Michigan State's kind of they're done with their loss last week to Minnesota. Yeah, okay. No, I would be grabbing Maryland, and I would be grabbing alternative spreads with Maryland. I don't like Michigan State this week.
All righty then, Bryant.
Yeah, Michigan State for me is firmly on my no bet list for the rest of the season. I got burned on back-to-back weeks with the Washington And the Minnesota one was way more egregious than the Washington loss.
The Washington one felt like the easiest play on the board, taking Washington that day.
See, I didn't. I thought the opposite. I bought into the cheese, but then I said, you know what? Okay, they went on the first road game, whatever. They came back.
And it was a ranked team as a dog against.
I was like, okay, it was early in the season, so I said, you know what? I'll take a chance. And then you went back home and got a foot broken off of your ass by Minnesota. Ain't no way. There's no way I'm betting on them again. They're completely on my no bet list. And honestly, they might be the first team in football, NFL or college, that I firmly put on my no bet list. Like, I can't do it. And this is a trap, and they're gonna sucker up. Someone is gonna get suckered into the fact that Michigan State, based on what they did last year, that they're just gonna magically turn this around. They may cover tonight. I have got burnt twice with them as plus money, and I'm not doing it again. You the third time is on me, like I can't do it. So I'm off this. I'm not even betting this at all, and I wouldn't advise necessarily to take -7.5 with Maryland.
No, I can't trust them to lay that.
I can't trust that for 7.5 points. No. That's assumed that you're basically saying they're like a top 4 team in the Big Ten if you're doing that, and I just don't see it that way. So, I'm not touching this game at all. Good luck to those who do. Sweat that out at your own peril.
Fair.
We love pew pew bang bang here, Nick. Yes. Yeah, winning money is winning money. Damn right it is. Yeah.
That's a factual right there.
I'm riding UTEP money line. What do they got? What does UTEP got?
Charlotte. Which I heard an interesting trend that I'm last night with UTEP that obviously I'm not backing because I am going to be on UTEP today. But since 1914, UTEP has not won a single game in the Eastern time zone.
Did not know that. I will say I do have a little bit of a little bit of a knowledge about UTEP. They're a pretty solid team, man. Oklahoma played them first game of the season. They've got some players. Their quarterback is actually pretty sneaky. He's sneaky talented. I don't know if he's necessarily his stats are going to look the part, but he can make some throws, man. If I was going to offer my 2 cents, I would probably lean to UTEP in the points. I'm assuming that they're the favorites here, right?
Yeah, UTEP is a -3 against Charlotte.
Yeah, I would take UTEP in the points there. Yeah, I think I would lean it, but I'm not taking it myself. But based on what I've seen from them, that's a fairly solid bet.
Yeah, UTEP and Charlotte.
Stop it. Get some help.
I have faded UTEP plenty this year too, and I like them.
I'm just busting. There's always edges. Trust me, Richie's betting FBS, so there you go. Hey, Twins, been so busy. Hey, at least you're back. Hi, Wilhelmina. How you doing today? Morning, fellas. Good morning. Kansas. Yes. UAB. Who does UAB get again? Rice. No, I don't like that one. I like Rice.
Rice is sneaky.
Rice has been sneaky this year. I don't know. And then Okie State against Baylor. Yes, I like Okie State today. I think Okie State has a legitimate shot to win that conference and make the playoff. I mentioned that earlier in the year because I was looking at the lines. I'm like, I might want to take a shot at Okie State plus what was it, 5,000 or 10,000 to win the championship. They were like 800 or something to win the Big 10, Big 12. Whatever.
Big 12, yeah. 12. I was leaning Texas in that conference just because Oklahoma is so juiced. I didn't want to take the favorite.
But I would be leaning towards Oklahoma State. I've been on Oklahoma State for a while now. Even last year, they were one win off of winning to getting to that college football playoff, and they just missed it. So
ironically, the team that beat them is the team they're playing today.
Yeah,
Baylor
revenge game.
Yep.
Sparty, nope.
Yes,
y'all got on Oklahoma team winning today, right? On all the Oklahoma teams winning. All right, cool, nice, good picks. There you go. They play Charlotte. I got you. Pittsburgh. Who does Pittsburgh got today? Georgia Tech. Yeah, they should smash them. Coastal.
I like a little Coastal today, but that line rose too much. I wanted them at 6, not 10.
Against Georgia Southern. No, I kind of lean Georgia Southern. But you're taking first half, so I'm not going to talk you off of it. UTEP sucks. Morning, bros. Just made it here. You on any MLB today? Nope. Are you on any MLB, Bryant, today?
I am backing Mad Max, and I am backing Dylan Cease today. And it's Eric Cabrera Day in Milwaukee. He's pitching against the Brewers. I got the Marlins on the F5. That's it. My 3 baseball plays. Nothing else.
What's the Mets line at today? I haven't even looked at the line.
When I got it at -125 for the money line.
Let's see what the Mets are at today.
Simply because I don't think the Mets lose 2 games in a row. Not in this specific series. Any other series?
They're a pick 'em today.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Mets just need 1 game in that series.
Yeah, legitimately. Some good dogs today. Hopefully. I like the over in Purdue. Yeah, why not?
Me too, yeah.
Speaking of Oklahoma State.
Yeah, we have the Cowboys and the Bears here. The Bears are 2.5-point home favorites, total of 55.5 in this
Cowboys
game.
and Bears. I thought we were talking college football.
That's next week, actually.
Well,
the Bears play the Vikings next week.
Oh, maybe 2 weeks from now then.
Because I was about to say, because I'm going to be on the Bears next week.
I was going to say, shit, it feels like when those 2 teams play, it's college football. But we have my projected line for this game was 3.5 towards Baylor, so it's a slight lean towards them. Huh?
He's talking about the Bears, not the Cowboys. Don't worry.
No, I am.
I'm not hearing any slander. We saw what happened on the field. I'm not going to get into it.
Hey, Jets suck.
The under pushed. That's what happened.
Anyways, Oklahoma and Baylor.
Yeah, for me, it's a slight lean towards Baylor in this game. Baylor coming in off of a nice win against Iowa State that last game. Their only loss was in BYU, so I still think this is a very good Baylor team. And real talk here: who has Oklahoma State played? Arkansas, Pine Bluff.
Oh, all right, powerhouse.
All right. Arizona State.
Oh, powerhouse again.
Central Michigan.
Oh, powerhouse. Oh, man, 3 big powerhouses.
When we look at Baylor here, just the strength of schedule for them is a huge advantage. Iowa State and BYU have been part of their schedule.
And Albany. Don't forget about Albany and Texas State. Powerhouses.
Yeah. So I lean towards Baylor in this game. I'm not betting it. It's not enough of an edge for me. I do think it should be a 3.5, not 2.5, though. So I'll lean towards the Bears, but it's a pass for me. Bryant, where are you looking here?
I hate to say it, but I'm going with the Pokes. I think Oklahoma State wins tonight. We talked about a couple things earlier. Obviously, they have the revenge factor. Spencer Sanders was quarterback last year. He's been a quarterback for a while now, I should say that. I feel like he's been there for 6 years. But Spencer Sanders gets to go up against the Bears. It's a bit of a revenge spot. They're on the road this time. They lost to them in the Big 12 championship game. I don't really trust the running game. The running game hasn't really got off to a good start. But they do have some weapons in the passing game, and they look more like the Oklahoma State teams that we are generally accustomed to in the old Big 12, where no one played defense, it felt like, at all, as opposed to the one that was a win away from going to the college football playoff last year, more defensive oriented. Because of that, this basically comes down to a game where I'm looking at quarterbacks. And Spencer Sanders has made more plays in his career than Blake Shapen has for Baylor. I do think this is a game that's like 5-6 points in the fourth quarter. It can go either way. But ultimately, I got to take the more experienced quarterback and the points and the better value in terms of payout, and that's Oklahoma State. So I also have a bet on Oklahoma State team total over 13.5. For the first half. I got it at -125, and I said, yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that a lot. So I think this is an offensive game. I don't think the over is necessarily something I feel comfortable taking, but I wouldn't talk anyone that felt strongly enough to take it. Again, like I said, the defenses are not the same defenses that were in this same game 2 times last year. So ultimately, I think points can be scored, and a track meet, I take the more offensively talented team, and that's Oklahoma State.
I'll ride Oklahoma State throughout the season. I strongly believe that they win their conference. And it's mainly, I couldn't take Texas. I couldn't take Oklahoma. So I wanted to take a school. If I'm betting futures, it's betting a school or betting a team that's not the minus 110, plus 110. I believe they're 6-1 or something like that to win the conference. That I'll take a shot at. Obviously, for like the national championship, I'm not going to go and grab Bama or Georgia at plus $2 or Oklahoma or Ohio State. No, I would rather take a shot with Oklahoma State or something like that, because if I'm locking up my money, I want to have a big bet to go with it. So I'm on this Oklahoma State side. I liked what I saw last year from them. I think they're going to be – I know they haven't played anybody yet. This is their first real test, and we'll definitely see today how they look. But in order for them to have a shot to make the college football playoff, they need to go undefeated.
Yeah.
There is no losing a game and making it in. They're not an SEC school, so they can't lose and then still get in. This is an Oklahoma State spot for me. I think they roll. I think they win this one by a lot. Well, not by a lot, but I think they win this one by more than people think.
I think either of these teams were a good preseason bet to win the conference because you were getting a decent price on both of them, and they just played in the Big 12 championship.
That's fine.
Yeah, I know who's going to win the Big 12, but I'm not going to say it. So
yeah, you're going to say you're Oklahoma Sooners. That's
yeah,
fine.
I need you to know Bedlam comes and these two teams play. Oklahoma's going to put it on one last.
You're going to be betting Texas next week, right?
No,
you're betting Texas.
Absolutely not. 100% not.
I'll bet the over. As soon as it drops, I'm betting the over.
And you should. I would have no disagreements there.
Why are the books still not putting respect on Kansas's name? Kansas should A, be ranked, and B, be a favorite in this game. We have way too much invested in this one. Kansas plus 3.5. Kansas money line and the over all on the site.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I'm on Kansas money line too, so yeah.
Kent State versus Ohio. I like the over. Alabama first half. I think Alabama wins by 40. North Carolina versus Virginia Tech. Sure. Michigan and Iowa under. Sure. And the only reason why I know it's Virginia Tech because Virginia plays against Duke.
Yep.
And Virginia's going to win today. Sorry. Baylor Bears play OK State Cowboys. Yeah, I know they do. We just went over that game. We know who they play. Tucson Roadrunners. Gonna be Okie State, Nick. Come on. After all I've done for you. Yo. We get Joe in the house. Welcome. Staying away from the Baylor game. That's fair. Sam Anderson wants to get put in timeout for having the USF logo and when they're going up against my Pirates. It is Pirate Nation. It's not your puny little schools. That's for you, Sam. Wagner. Yeah. Guess what? Syracuse is the biggest favorite on today's slate.
Hell no.
Nick, do you want to take a shot at Wagner plus 53?
Hell no. That's going to be 66-7.
Exactly. That's the point.
They still cover on 66-7.
Oh, 50. I thought you said 56.
No, 66.
The only reason why I say that is because
if they get 7.
And I'll say if they look, what the hell? Don't Syracuse play next week? I thought Syracuse played a big team next week.
I don't think so.
Nope, they get a bye week. So
they
get a bye
week next week. Okay, it's 71-6.
But okay. Syracuse plays NC State in their next game. But it's week 7. Never mind. I thought they had a look ahead spot. That's the only reason why I would have gone after that.
That's gonna be a fun game, especially if NC State beats Clemson.
I think NC State beats Clemson.
I don't.
Look, I did a little bit of rage icon changes after Nick faded the Pokes. That's fair. Not winning by 53.
I didn't bet the game.
Hey, if I didn't use my gross play of the week on the under in South Carolina State, I would have used it on Wagner. That should be the gross play of the week, to be honest.
You want me to do a quick little index and see what the line should be?
Yeah, but first introduce this last game that we're going over.
Alabama, Arkansas. Oh, sorry. 17.5 point favorites are the Crimson Tide. Total 61.5 in this game, or 61 in this game, I bet. Let's take a look at what these two teams have done. Obviously, Alabama is Alabama. They've been pretty dominant this year. They're 4-0. They're 3-1 ATS. So actually, they've been a pretty good ATS team. They haven't really played much for competition. Last week they smacked the crap out of Vandy, 55-3. They beat Yolan Monroe, 63-7. They squeaked out a win on the road against Texas, and then they beat Utah State 55-0. Bacon Bits on the other side here. Let's see. Click. There we go. They lost the neutral site game last week, 23-21 to the A&M Aggies. They were down 17-0 at one point against Missouri State, an FBS school. They came back and won that game barely. They needed a fourth quarter rally. They were down heading into the fourth quarter against that team.
Yeesh.
They beat South Carolina 44-30. And they beat Cincinnati 31-24 to start the season. I got in on this game early. This was one of the first games I bet this week. Because also one of my good friends, Nathan, noticed a trend a little bit. When teams play Texas A&M, the following week, they do not cover. That's just something we've noticed because that was the case. That's what would have put you on Troy. It would have put you on, what was it?
MTSU last week.
Yeah. MTSU last week as well. And Miami loses straight up. This is going to be 28-0 at halftime. I think they're covering the 17 at halftime. I know a lot of people love the points in this game. I think this is a game where they run up the score here. This is a big time win for Alabama. I got them at 15 earlier in the week before this line moved up and above the 17.5. I think I have Alabama as a 21 point favorite in this game. I think this line's off. And we're getting some value here with the Crimson Tide, which, if you know me, I rarely say we get value with a huge favorite. But this is the game we get value with a huge favorite in this one here. Give me Roll Tide here in a big way by, I want to say, 24-31 points. Alabama destroys Arkansas today. Bryant, your thoughts on this one?
This is one of those weird games throughout the SEC schedule where I feel like Bama could potentially have a slip up here. Arkansas does a couple things really well, and that's run the ball, man. And if you're going to beat Bama, you got to run the ball and keep that offense off the clock or off the field. I know they lost last week to Texas A&M. It wasn't a terrible loss. Shout out to them for cashing the under for me. It was under 46.5. You got
Texas A&M money line.
Yeah, that too. Yes.
I had
I bet plus 11.5.
But yeah, Bama is due for one of these. They always do. Every year there's a game where either they can win. I mean, they could lose. They sometimes pull it out. Sometimes they don't. It's just the nature of it all, right? You're gonna get every team's best shot. I don't know if this might be the game. But I doubt it. But I'm not confident that it isn't enough to bet it. But I do like this to be a defensive game for the most part, or at least Alabama's defense to show up. And I'd like the team total. Arkansas team total under 21.5. I don't see it. I don't see Arkansas scoring over 21 points against this Alabama team. So that's where I'm going to drop a little bit of money at. I've got $15 on it. That's it. But yeah, we'll see where it goes. I'll get back to betting Alabama on spreads and totals and stuff next week. But I'd like them to lock up Arkansas this week.
Is there a demotion from Nick? What is the step down from Bacon Bits for the Razorbacks? What's the next step down? Because Alabama's going to just put them down there.
At that point, they're just grease, right? They're just bacon grease. That's it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be pretty close to just down there. Alabama wins this game 41-3. Arkansas is going to be having a tuck tail and run. Alabama smashes this one. I know a lot of people love Arkansas. I'm not on it. We got our Alabama at 17 and a half now. I cannot go after Arkansas right now. After they just have not looked good. Like I don't understand what. I know probably everybody wants to act cute. Oh, we get to fade Alabama. We're having a lot of no. You guys know that this game's gonna be 28-0 by halftime, and it's gonna be 42-3 at the end of the game. It's gonna be an under. I will say it'll be an under. Arkansas maybe falls over the end zone one time, and that's if Alabama lets them. It'll be touchdown Arkansas 42-7. It's not gonna be close today. Alabama in every single way, shape, and form that you can go with. That's where I'm going with this one. All right, so Kim teased Wagner up to 60. You enjoy that. I've been staring at ECU minus 9.5. Haven't pulled the trigger yet. Is the weather going to be bad? Slight chance of rain. I think it's like 30% chance of rain, but it should be 80 degrees and sunny for most of the game. So, no, it shouldn't be bad. ECU wins this one, 31-10, 31-7. That's what we said earlier. I like ECU minus the 9.5 and the under. Illinois money line over Wisconsin. I'm not going to talk you off of it. Not going to talk you off of it at all. Normally, whenever these games happen, Wisconsin's a 14 to 20 point favorite. They're 6. That should tell you enough. Good morning, good people. Good morning, JoJo. Kentucky, yes. Arkansas team total over is my second biggest bet of the day. Yeesh. Good luck.
All right, by the way, I have a projected line for that Wagner game. By the way, in the power rankings I use, out of 261 Division I schools that have football teams, they have Wagner ranked at 255. The only teams they have lower than them are Stetson, Marist, Butler, Stonehill, Moorhead, and Presbyterian.
All right, fair enough.
My projected line for that one is Syracuse minus 52.5.
Yeesh. Okay, then. Rise kind of likes the over in Bama. I don't see it. Unless Bama is scoring 55 points by themselves, I don't see the over. What is Bama minus for? What about? Yeah, Bama in every single way, shape, and form. Like today, and you know me and Nick, we're dog hunters. It's Bama rolling today. Iowa, go for it. Have fun. Hey, Terry's in the chat. Smash the like button. Yes, Terry, we're on your Minnesota day, by the way. We know you like your Minnesota. Bryant's on ESB. Yes, he's on ESB. He did not, because Nick didn't expect me to be on the show. We have power in.
I needed an upgrade and a replacement for Tim.
Jeez.
What's up, Terry?
Tim and Nick Goats. I don't know about that. LSU, Auburn over?
No, not with Auburn's offense. Hell no.
No, I'm going to say no.
It's only a 45, though.
Got my like. Love the show, as always. There you go.
I think, Sam. To that point about the LSU game, it's going to be a cock tease, and you're going to get to like 41 points. You're going to be sick that's the only reason I'm iffy on it. So
there you go. Stumbled onto you guys this week. Here's to hoping. Hey, hopefully we have a good week for you. We're 5-2, 4-2 to start the week for the Thursday Friday slate. So here's to a good week. Change my icon as a show of peace, guys. Go ECU, I guess. That's fair. Arkansas Canadian ham. LOL. Alabama minus 17. Canadian ham. That's the downgrade. All right. Thumbs up there. No, Nick did not glance, and that's fine. What do you guys think about the over in Texas Tech? Yes, and I like Texas Tech. I'm not high on Kansas State. Memphis cover versus Temple. Yeah, I think so. Temple's awful. They're really, really bad this year. What is Temple? Temple is 2-2 this year. How did they get 2 wins? UMass and Lafayette. There's their 2 wins. Okay. You want to know how bad Temple is? They got shut out by Duke. Illinois money line. Sure, why not? Morning. Good morning. Indiana +6. Yes, 100% Indiana. All right, that's all the games that we have lined up for today. We appreciate all the questions in the chat. Seem to be very active. Plays are scrolling across the bottom if you guys are interested in that. Obviously, those are the lines that at least all of my plays are the ones that are up on the site. So all of those come out on like Tuesday area, and they may have changed a lot since coming to it now. So if you guys are interested in jumping on those plays early, earlesportsbets.com/promo. If you beat line movements, and sometimes getting it on Tuesday compared to today is the difference between winning and losing the bet. So make sure you guys jump on that. We actually have a new sponsor because we used to be with Caesars. New one today. We got DraftKings. DraftKings promo. All the stuff's linked in the description, Nick, right?
Yes, it is linked in the description.
So the new DraftKings promo, bet $5 on any NFL team and receive $200 in free bets. Obviously, it's in states that it's legal. So unfortunately, me and Nick can't use this because North Carolina needs to get their shit together. But anybody who is in a legal state, DraftKings promo $5 on any NFL team and receive $200 in free bets. Also, make sure you guys check out SeatGeek. If you're going to any games today, get your tickets over there. ESPN checkout, $20 off your first purchase when you buy your tickets there. I have a bunch of stuff. I'm not going all over. They've been scrolling all show. Nick has a bunch of stuff. Brian, do you want to just recap your stuff real quick, and then we'll head on out for today?
Yeah, absolutely. If you've seen it, I got Kentucky first quarter +3 at -115. I've got Oklahoma. I just checked, and Oklahoma -0.5 for the first quarter dropped down to +100. It's even money now. I don't know what that's telling me, but I I went and rebet it because that's how confident I am in it. So I've now got it at -121, and I've got it now at even money. We've got about 30 minutes or about 20-ish minutes until game time. I like Wake Forest to win the game today, and I also like them to cover. You're getting +185. Florida State has like 10 guys on the injury report. 5 of them are either 1 or 2 on their 2-deep depth chart. That's pretty significant when you're going up against an offense that's like that's Wake Forest's caliber, who just put up 45 on Clemson. Clemson. So you mean Clemson and Florida State's defenses are vastly different. I like Kansas +135. I think the disrespect is crazy still, but it's simply a reputation thing, right? That's the only reason that they're not ranked yet, and they're still getting plus money at home. Iowa State lost their quarterback, and they lost Breece Hall to the NFL. He's with the Jets now. There's no reason why they should be favored that highly on the road. I think that, I don't know. Like I said, it's a reputation thing. I also like A&M Mississippi State under 44.5, and largely because I think those defenses are a lot better than the offensive outputs that you're going to get. And everything else I've said on the show is fair game. I also will say that I like Clemson tonight and the points. If this was in Raleigh, I would back NC State. They're good for it every year. NC State playing a top 10 team and at Carter Finley is gold. You can bet it. I remember the 2013 or 2016, whenever they played Florida State there, won. It always works, but this one's in Clemson, so I can't do it. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think Clemson pulls away in the fourth quarter and cashes it. So, that's about it for me.
There you go. If it was in Raleigh, I probably would have went to the game, to be honest, and I would have wore my purple and gold and went right into that stadium. And I would be rooting for the Wolfpack because I have money on the Wolfpack today. So I like NC State, but that's just because Clemson hasn't shown anything to me. Anyways, we'll go back over the chat and then we'll head on out for today. Kansas over, yes. Air Force against Navy. That line has dropped. It's down to a 13.5. I kind of lean Navy. But I definitely lean under in that game. That's at 38.5 now. Vikings alternative -6.5 for the morning before it's too late. You have fun with that. Have fun weekend. Yes, hopefully. Yes, DraftKings. Yes, DraftKings. M's on the playoffs again. That was exciting to see. Yes, M's in the playoffs, 100%. Now I'm hoping they get that 6th seed so that they don't have to play Toronto, because I want to see both those teams do well. And I think that Seattle has the best shot over Tampa to beat the Yankees. So I want Seattle to drop to that 6th seed, but that's not nor here nor there. Congratulations on getting to the playoffs. Last time they made the playoffs, Shrek was still in theaters. Anyways, Had to do it. I saw that today. Getting Wild in an hour and 20 minutes. You guys watch that. I won't be on that show. Right. Yeah, let's get it. No King Felix. Yeah, no King Felix this year. There you go. Getting Wild in the garage. Akron in home play. You're going after Akron today? Let's see. Against Bowling Green. Sure, why not? Best of luck. I like the over in the Bowling Green by the way. Best of luck. Yes. Good luck, everyone. Go NC State. Yes, go NC State tonight. Not a Mariners fan, but I have a ticket for Seattle versus Dodgers in the finals for shit. I have Seattle to win the AL. I have a Seattle World Series ticket. I do. But I want my Mets one to hit more. Told y'all about that play preseason. Yeah, I don't think the Dodgers have the pitching to make it far enough, though. I will say that. Either when they play either the Mets or the Braves in the DS, I think either NL East team beats the Dodgers. Plus, the Dodgers haven't played meaningful baseball in about a month and a half. Taking Minnesota -9.5, even if Purdue is playing. That's fine. All right, Nick, go ahead. Wrap it up for today.
Yeah, that's going to just about do it for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys have not already. And turn on those post notifications so you guys are notified each and every time we are live here at ESB, which is every single morning, anywhere between 10 and 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Earle Sports Bet Show. That's going to just about wrap it up for this one. We want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. And good luck.
See you guys. Thank you, Brian, for joining.